In the camera or
I'm just gonna kind of get something here.
okay.
Yeah, it's this weird thing. Basically, I didn't realize this until I started doing video. But like when you look at the camera, it
Doesn't
feels like,
it feels weird?
it feels
Yeah.
weird, like too direct.
No, I've noticed so I did some cinematography and what I noticed is that you always kind of want to either put the person to the left or the right. I prefer the right,
Yeah.
so it's not center, and then also have them look either to the right or the left of the camera.
Sure.
So I'll look at this. I'll look at you.
Cool. Yeah, I've tried to set it up that way. But, yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, my name is Patrick.
Hey Patrick.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Mac.
Nice to meet you, Matt.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically the question I just want to ask you today is: are there any big social issues that you're concerned about? It could be something like local or national or something. Yeah.
There's tons of issues with society and culture. Especially, I'd keep it to American culture
Sure.
right now. You can get into the specifics and the details to say, what the problems are, which I think that's where it starts, where the change starts. But I'm always a big picture guy, the big overall whole. Try to look at the whole, and for me, it comes down to strength in our culture.
Yeah.
I think all of our problems come down to just we need to try to create a stronger culture and stronger people. And we can talk about gay rights, racial issues, all these things, but it comes down to a fundamental where the people are coming from. Where is this anger? Where is this hate coming from? And for me, if it's hate and it's anger, it's kind of from a place of weakness.
Yeah.
And I'm all for. I think a perfect example right now is the victim culture. I think there's a lot of good intentions with the feminist movement and all these very liberal social issues. But the problem, I think, is that instead of teaching young girls, young women to be stronger and to, it's almost more teaching them to be more of a victim, and that it's okay to feel bad and to feel like a victim, when instead they should be teaching them there's these people out there that have been through so much hardship, so much awful things, and they've risen out of that, and it only happens from themselves. So creating that strength in everyone, it's that it's kind of that Me Too type of thing. It's everyone in life, whoever it is, has gone through trauma and hardship, but it's about finding that strength in yourself to really lift out of that. And I think that's the bigger point. I think we should focus more on the strength of character versus the little tiny issues.
Sure.
And it's not to say that there isn't inequality or awful assault on women or small minority groups in general. We all know these facts. No one's disputing that. I think when you try to look at these problems instead of looking at these little details and trying to put the blame on other people really got to look at themselves and be all right, it really is me feeling this. It really is me feeling fearful, feeling hate, and the change starts with myself. Yeah.
And I guess, do you think that's reflected in politics nowadays? And also,
Yes, it's on both sides for sure,
Yeah.
especially on the national level. You have.
How do you bridge that divide between different perspectives?
I think.
Have everyone have this kind of understanding?
I think it comes to that issue of and it's gonna sound hippie-ish. It's you just loving your neighbor. We've been saying this over and over again. This is the universal rule, and it's why are we? Yes, we don't agree with Trump. Why all the hate though? Yes, and then on the other side, we don't, maybe agree with what liberals are trying to do to this country or whatever, but don't say it in a hateful way. We both are trying to make this country better, and it starts from trying to make this country stronger, not trying to make, put the blame or put people down and making everyone feel less. That's the fundamental problem, I think. Yeah.
And where, I guess, would you start? Are there any big sort of policy initiatives or things that you would get behind that you think needs to be? Because you've spoken about this discontent lack of.
Yeah, that's always interesting because it's does policy reflect culture, or does the culture then influence the policy, right?
Sure.
And what's the best thing?
A bigger influence in this election than economics or traditional incentives?
I think it was absence of leadership on both sides. And our culture right now is so everywhere with the internet and everything, and everyone wants a leader, like a strong leader, because to lead us through this, to try and organize in their mind what we're all seeing. And yeah, I guess the best for for the majority of people, I mean, I guess that's why Trump seemed the most. That's why I guess more people voted for Trump. I mean, but it was like, I don't know. I think there's an absence of leadership. There's an absence of where to put our hearts, and we really didn't like either candidate. There wasn't either, so it was just a disaster, and you're kind of seeing the consequences of that. And yeah,
That's cool. Thank
yeah,
you so much for your time.
no problem, man.
It's great meeting you, man.
Pat, right?
Yeah, Patrick.
Patrick, man.
Cool.
I don't know if I hope I didn't ramble too much on that.